gosh, look who it is! Teach me about set design! Of course, good chump, I will indeed! Set design is a very important part of theatre.
The set designer
is in charge of making sure the director's goal atmosphere, mood, and vision comes together in a unified fashion. This includes nearly all the components of a production. Now, let's see how each component overlaps with set design.
Shall we?
Yes, it is true. Set design crosses with many of a production's
Components.
For example, the director. Great communication is very necessary to be sure the overall theme is reached. Also, it is extremely necessary to be in touch with the director, to be in the know of what their vision is for the production. The set designer should learn the mood, theme, and overall atmosphere from the director's vision, and apply that to how the stage design should unfold. Next up is the actors. The set designer must pay attention to the practicality of their design. If certain features of a set design are unstable, too high, short, narrow, or placed in a bad or awkward position, it could lead to events of
horrible circumstances.
And the blame would be laid on the
Set designer.
You heard? The lighting. Lighting is a powerful tool in creating the mood for a production. But there must be much teamwork between the light manager and the set designer so that the goals can be communicated and reached effectively. A very close relationship between the technician and the set designer is necessary in order for the overall effect, mood, and correct atmosphere to be achieved. The building of the scenery
Must follow the instruction.
of the set designer. Yes. It is the set designer's job to be sure the practicality, design, and appearance matches the production's needs. If the relationship between the two is weak, the communication could be missed or misunderstood, which may ultimately ruin the entire production, you know. The scenery must match the production design and mood to a T, because it is extremely important to all aspects of the theater, and to the appeal, which the audience ultimately sees. You can't forget the costume and makeup designers. Unity between the set designer and the costume designer, as well as the makeup,
Must be achieved.
the same mood, colors, and era of the set design must be carried on with the costumes, as well as with the other components of theater. It must also be considered that the costumes should match well with the components, as to create a full and unified effect. So yes, this is another important feature. And one more special effect that the set designer must be in, well, good control of is the sound crew. The sound adds much effect to the production. Without it, it would generally be pretty bland. It is a good idea for the set designer to be sure it matches the mood of the production, as to not contradict the certain elements of the other components. Otherwise, the production will not be unified.
Now that you've seen some overlapping components, let's look at a scene without a set designer. Now, let's see the same scene with the set designer. Indeed! The difference is excruciating! Of course! That old chestnut. There isn't an official list, but there are some guidelines of what a set designer should follow when they're thinking about designing a stage.
Analysis and interpretation of the play. Production, staff, conferences.
This is where you discuss requirements with the director, including the style.
Technical demands of the play.
This includes the number of settings, shifting problems, and the actor's requirements.
The stage and its equipment.
This includes the size and shape, storage space, shifting facilities, and the lighting equipment and facilities.
The shop and its equipment.
This includes relationship of shop to stage, size and shape, available power and hand tools, storage areas, and the stock scenery with available ability for reuse.
6.
Sightlines.
This includes the relationship of the auditorium to the stage, vertical sectional sightline drawings, and the horizontal sectional sightline drawings as well.
7.
Research.
This is where you find out the source material on which designs are based and the historical background for plays action.
8.
Sketch or model.
This includes the compositional requirements and adapting source material to designs.
9.
The designer's plans.
This includes the ground plans, front elevations, detail drawings, and full-scale detail drawings.
10.
Selection of properties.
This includes the floor props, hand props, and decorative props.
11.
Scene painting.
12.
Trimming and decorating assembled setting.